Welcome to Epic Tales and Critical Fails, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Remastered podcast. Prepare for adventure, terror, and the occasional use of bad language. We're a rules-light podcast. We don't agonize over the rules because, quite frankly, there's a lot of them, and we will get them wrong occasionally, so be kind. We're also using hero points slightly differently. No one gets them at the beginning of a session. Instead, the players accrue them during the game, and they can have a maximum of 3 at any one time. But if the worst happens, they have to spend them all to stay alive.
I'm Laura, and I play Katarra, a sneaky, stealthy sailor, or pirate, depending on your point of view.
I'm Lucy, and I play Bethilde, landlady of the Wandering Barnacle and grandmotherly gnome.
I'm Mike, and I play Bertie Bunce, halfling cleric of Pharasma.
I'm Maddy, and I play Minesh Adon, a tempestuous root leshy of death.
I'm Kyle, I play the vastly knowledgeable and cunningly clever Xander Dante.
And I'm Michael, I'm your GM, and I play everybody else. So we'd left our intrepid band of adventurers standing at the doors in the crypt down beneath the Grizzly Fair, where you'd originally fought Gale. You've gone back there. Xander has spoken the magic names, Erythriel and Samariel, to the door. And the door has ground its way open. Kind of like this. Bethilde, you wanted to make a perception check.
Did. I'm going to roll a different die because I feel like it's luckier, and it's not. I got a 14.
14. You notice that as the very faint kind of... It's so difficult to see in here that you're kind of peering into the darkness. You see faint shapes. Beyond the heavy tomb door, towering, uneven bookshelves obscure intricate reliefs of other psychopomps and Pharasman iconography. The rusted metal shelves crammed with tomes of every shape and size. The air is thick with the scent of aged parchment, binding glue, and a faint trace of oil, and maybe blood. A heavy silence hangs over the room, broken only by the occasional whisper of air. Some books look almost new, while others rest ominously, their titles scraped away. This is no mere library. This looks like an obsession.
Can I... Well, I was supposed to only 14. I was going to say, can I tell what the... So I'm going to go up to the nearest stack of books, and I'm going to try and get a gist from looking at that stack of books what the kind of collection of books relate to. Is it just a random library with lots of stuff, or does it look like it's all of a particular thing?
You'd have to spend some time going through the books and having a look at them because there's a lot of them in here. Okay,
I'm just looking at a stack of books, like my nearest stack of books. Do all of the stack in all the ones I can see all look like the
quick skim of the ones?
Or
a quick skim of the ones that haven't had the titles scraped off the spines. Looks like they cover things, religion. It looks like they cover crafting kind of topics, and it looks like they cover sort of magic in general, kind of a range of different texts that are sort of heading down 3 different lines.
So I'm guessing Bethilde's actually gone into the room then?
Yes.
Yeah. And there's no traps or anything have gone off?
Nothing seems to have gone off, no.
Sweet.
It appears to be a library. That's what I have deduced from all these books, it's a library.
Which of you have dark vision, and which of you are currently stumbling around?
I do have dark vision.
So I have Illuminate as a cantrip,
okay.
So I would cast that on a couple things.
Okay, you cast Illuminate.
Can I pull out the, what do you call it, the Everlight
Everlight
crystal?
Stone.
That's
okay,
the Everlight Stone.
You pull out the Everlight crystal, and it just sheds this red light, which makes the room seem even more ominous as you look at these rusted metal shelves that are bowing under the weight of some of these books.
I'll follow with Bethilde then. Can I have a bit more of a detailed look to see if I can figure out what thI'm all wanting? I'm also going to ask Bertie, for the statues and everything. Does he recognise any of them?
They seem to follow the theme of the shrine that was in the previous room. You know, there's the symbols of Pharasma, the various psychopomps. Most of them are hidden behind the books. It's very difficult to see them, but the what glimpses you get of feathered wings and spiraling comets seems like it follows the theme. And it would make sense because in a necropolis or a catacombs, you would expect there to be a lot of religious symbols related to Pharasma, so kind of encouraging her to judge those who are entombed there fairly. Anybody who wants to look at the books can roll an Arcana, Crafting, or Religion or Occult check.
Got a natural one.
Natural 1. Oh dear.
I got a 23 for occultism.
Okay.
Natural 20 for religion.
Okay.
Nice. Woohoo.
14.
14 for Religion.
I am doing something else.
Ominous.
Vague,
She's
I like
scratching
it.
at the floor, trying to remove a
The
stone.
mole is looking through the books.
The mole is sat there with some glasses on, reading.
Minesh isn't trained in any of those skills, so
Okay.
Do you
You're not trained in crafting.
Just hitting the books.
not want to like look
Seeing as you
around?
have the magical crafting feat, that would be helpful.
I'm an expert in crafting.
Perhaps you could
Okay.
roll crafting.
Okay.
The mole is looking at you like...
21.
21. Okay. So, looking at the books, you things start to stand out to you. The first book that comes to your attention is one called The Flesh Beneath the Frame, a treatise on the integration of organic and synthetic matter by Hymnal Taunton, which immediately somebody reads off the name. Xander, it twigs a memory in your mind. This is the guy who invented echotometers.
Okay.
This is the guy who came up with that concept. The thick leather-bound tome is filled with anatomical sketches overlaid with intricate clockwork schematics illustrating the fusion of living tissue with mechanical components. It details crude experiments, grafting nerves onto metal filaments, forcing flesh to grow around pistons, and replacing failing organs with alchemical engines. Scattered throughout are annotations refining these grotesque theories with a very chilling precision. There are annotations throughout the book that refine the theories into something far more precise and frightening.
Okay, so whoever's been making the echotometers, probably this is their collection, their library, their whatever it is.
Seems so. At
Okay.
least there's a connection there.
Okay, I'll keep this book.
You can roll a crafting check based on that now that you've
Okay,
had
yeah.
new information.
So beyond the bookshelves in here, do you say there were statues?
There's loads of reliefs carved into the wall. So there's loads of etchings in the wall where the iconography of Pharasma is heavily present.
A lot of the book spines are like scratched.
Some of them are, yeah. Well, the next book that comes to your attention, Corpus Ex Machina, a study of souls, vessels, and the transfer of identity by, and the author is scratched away. And you also look in the front of the book, the page where the author's name would be is torn out. Bound in supple, too smooth leather, this book examines the nature of identity in the soul, theorizing that consciousness is not bound to a body, but rather imprinted upon it. The author recounts early experiments, trapping final breaths in enchanted glasses, distilling personality into liquid memory, and imprinting thoughts onto blank minds. Notes in the margins expand on these concepts, sketching a method of transfer, one that requires the destruction of the original vessel to ensure full transference into the new.
Do I see anything from a crafting perspective?
There's the book about the echotometer, that guy, that tinkerer. That's one of the major crafting things that comes out of you. Mm-hmm. Another one that crops up is a strange one. The Clockwork Choir, Automating the Voice of the Divine by S. Quirrell Nutkin. This tome is a strange fusion of mechanical theory and religious doctrine, detailing attempts to reproduce sacred hymns without mortal intervention. The author believed that the perfect soulless instrument could replicate the intonations of celestial song, in doing so, tear through the boundaries between worlds. The final unsettling pages suggest that the human voice is far too flawed, and only through removing the singer from the equation or refining them into something more can the chorus reach the heavens.
Can I do a perception check to find what I feel was I say that like the last opened book, but like if there's any books that are like on a desk or any that look like they were most
There's no desk,
recent,
but you could have you
but
could
the
roll
ones that
a
are like
perception.
most recently
Yeah.
read.
Or the ones that have been most thumbed.
You
Yeah.
also find The Veins of the Ether, Spiritual Energy as a Conduit to the Beyond by F. Hamilton Sienkiewicz. A slim book volume with pages that shimmer like oil and water, this book describes how life force itself can be converted into energy. The author likens it to bloodletting, controlling the flow of quintessence through living bodies to generate power, sustain planar rifts, or even anchor spirits to the material world. Notes in the margins calculate the threshold of loss, how much can be drained before death occurs, and whether a sufficiently modified body can circumvent this limitation entirely.
I got a 21.
21. You notice there's 2 books that really stand out at you that seem to have been the most recently thumbed, or at least they look like they've been pulled out and read multiple times.
So I'm going to pick one up, and when I pick it up and hold it in my hands and I close my eyes, I'm going to try and read the psychometric residence to understand whose library this is, or
Okay.
the last person who read it, or at least what they were feeling.
You hold on to that book and you concentrate, and as you concentrate, your mind just drifts into that dark space between consciousness and that other world, dream space. And as you focus on this book, you see a vision. You're looking through somebody's eyes as they have it open and they're flicking through it page by page. Occasionally a quill comes into vision and scribbles in the margins, noting, drawing, adding, changing. But as you look at that hand, your hand in this vision, it's not a hand at all, really, but a collection of mechanical components that flex like fingers. The hand goes away, and then it returns on the next page, noting again, but this time, half of the fingers are flesh and blood, and half of them are metal. Disappears and comes back again. And there's more flesh. And then finally the book is closed. And as it's slipped back onto the shelf, you almost draw back out of this body, almost like a spirit leaving and drifting into the space where you will find your own body. And you see, as you're drifting into the shadows, a tall, partly brass automata.
Does it give me that same feeling that Gale did? Because from an emotional point of view, remember when I did this, I read the psychometric resonance on Gale, and I could sense the thing that's driving him. Do I feel like this is Gale?
You feel
Big Gale.
what the sense you get from this, the emotional resonance that you get from this, is determination, zealotry, and
Really?
a fundamental belief in a different way forward. A belief that just leaves you shuddering. You don't know what it is, but whatever this new belief is, this different way forward, it terrifies you in your gut.
Oh.
The book, the 2 books actually that you noticed, one is called The Harmonics of Heaven and Hell, Resonance to the Key Planar Rifts by D.D. Tumblefuss. Bound in shimmering silver wire, the book delves into the auditory frequencies that underpin reality, arguing that music is not merely artistic expression, but the very foundation of planar existence. Complex equations chart the resonance of celestial choirs, infernal dirges, and abyssal screams, suggesting that the specific harmonics can weaken the veil between worlds. Someone has marked entire passages on how voices imbued with spiritual energy can be weaponized, prying open rifts through sheer perfected song. And the final book, The Wanderer's Shadow, Fragments of an Unnamed
That's
Divinity, by, and the name on the spine is scratched out and pages are missing.
But the Wanderer was the one that Gale talked about. So I assume, Xander, you would see me holding some books and going, ooh.
I was going to ask what you're doing.
Such an awful feeling. Just see, here you go, and I'll give you the books and kind of put my hand on your shoulder, and oh no, I don't have that spell, so that's all I do. I just feel your arm a bit.
Okay.
But you get a sense from looking at my face how serious I was, that kind of obviously something has spooked me, and yeah, I would hand the books to you.
On the crafting check, you asked for earlier, on dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay.
If I quickly skim through these books I've been given, do I find, you said that they've been written with notes in the margins and stuff, do I find anything of interest at all reading them?
If you start to cross-reference, And the one that you just were given, the Wanderer's Shadow, a weathered book bound in dark blue cloth. Its pages are filled with incomplete scriptures, fragmented prayers, and conflicting myths from across all ages, centered on a mysterious, nameless entity known only as the Wanderer. The accounts describe a being outside of fate, waiting for times of cosmic upheaval, always watching, never interfering until the moment of collapse. The book connects these disparate legends, positing that the Wanderer is no mere myth, but a vast predestination-breaking force whispering throughout history towards an unseen purpose. Those of you who are trained in religion would immediately know something like this would be complete heresy. It's suggesting that a divinity exists beyond the established orders. The idea of something breaking predestination is fundamentally, for Bertie's purposes, breaking Pharasma's plan.
Don't all look at me at once. Jesus. I mean, everything in this room is very unnatural.
That's just Bethilde.
I know you're having great fun looking at these books, Xander, but I think they're probably best left here, sealed up, or if not destroyed.
I couldn't disagree more. I think there's a vast treasure trove of knowledge here, which, from what we can gather, we are going to need. And leaving them here to rot and get dusty is a waste.
Dangerous and dark knowledge.
There's no such thing as dangerous or dark knowledge, just what you do with it.
And what it might encourage someone to do with it.
What you do is your own free will. The knowledge itself is just a tool.
I have to agree with Xander. I mean, these books may hold the key to whatever it was Gale was up to and what this Wanderer is.
And they may also hold the key to many other dark things. So yes, we can use them for what we need them for now, but I think beyond that...
Oh yes, I agree, yes, that we use them for the purpose that we require, but then that knowledge, yes, it would need to be secured.
But most importantly, from what you can gather, something dark could be using this library for their own nefarious purposes, so surely it would be better for us to take these books and keep them out of their evil hands.
We could just burn them.
Yeah.
I'd rather not do that, no.
And then they're in no one's evil hands.
In an enclosed space underground.
It's a little bit like the Wandering Barnacle. I was moving some boxes one day and I found a jar of pickled eggs that was far too old and they'd all gone a sort of black colour. Now, I'm fairly sure that nobody should eat those eggs, but if somebody was dying of hunger, I would indeed feed them one of the black eggs. But at the same time, the barman did say maybe we should throw them away to stop anybody eating them by accident. So that's what you're saying, isn't it? That we should get rid of the books so nobody accidentally reads them and accidentally becomes evil.
Yes, dark eggs in a public place could be a very dangerous thing.
Yes, don't eat the book eggs. No, that's not what I meant.
This knowledge to the public.
Minesh turns to Xander and kind of motions to the spacious sack on a belt and is like...
As you're...
Give you a wink.
Before you do that, what was it that Gale said? It was something about life as we know it is a great deception. Is there anything in those books that refer to that?
Don't see that particular phrase, but what you do see as you start to cross-reference the books is that individually they give you the content of the book and that somebody has been adding notes and refining the content or learning from it or adapting it. But gradually over it, you start to see a logic, a plan beginning to evolve. The transference of souls from one body to another begins to sound like a redundancy, a contingency plan, in case something went wrong.
So, use one note and like everything that went on with Gale, could I assume reading this that the Gale that we fought and killed isn't actually dead, he's just now somewhere else?
You think if that is true, what he did is he studied and learned how to transfer his soul from one body to another. Yeah. Whatever qualifies as his soul.
What if he's the Scorpion Prince? This is not Bethilde. She wouldn't draw that conclusion.
Yeah.
She's just like looking at dust. But what if he's the Scorpion Prince? You know, we've never seen them both in the same room together. Both of them kind of evil.
Because before we know, we killed one and
The other one appeared.
ran away.
And then that one ran away.
I don't know.
And then we had like a vision or something like that of Gale. So in the school,
This is Laura
I think
talking.
that was what happened.
I'm not convinced that the Scorpion Prince has the soul of Gale.
They have very different personalities.
Yeah, they're
You
very
know
different.
that.
Yeah,
And also,
so-
the Gale was talking specifically about that flesh being weak, and this is like the next evolution of man and stuff. And I feel like he wouldn't then go to become a scorpion creature. That isn't the next logical step. I feel like he's probably gone somewhere else to carry on with his ecotomated horrifics.
You think as well that the books that Bertie is worried about, resonance and harmonics, songs that could tear open reality, the notes begin to create a narrative of some kind of device or ritual that could open a rift, which could potentially then be to anywhere. And if you open, say, a rift to a fire plane or some other destructive force and let it bleed through, you could potentially eradicate a very large area.
Yeah, we definitely cannot get rid of these books. We need to have the knowledge to probably counteract whatever was being planned here.
Well, we've got the knowledge to know that someone wants to use this to cause harm to a great many people.
We're the ones to.
We don't
prevent that
need
harm.
to understand how to do that ourselves. Just
I know what we should do.
How are we meant to counteract this, like a rift being open, if we don't understand enough about it to close it?
we need to understand enough to track them down.
But also,
We
how
don't
to-
need to learn that
also-
knowledge ourselves
We need
and
to
use it.
understand how to stop it in case we're too late.
Well,
Yes,
Can I-
this is
can
what I was
I-
saying.
can I-
But also, you can trust the religious zealot to be like the book burner of the room and like to chuck away knowledge for the sake of
Let's not-
Mr. Bunce
purposeful
is not a
ignorance.
zealot. Mr. Bunce is very reasonable.
I would not
Could
call
I,
this
could
reasonable.
I see if I can find a book that's a really inane book, just like Cupcakes for Dummies or something, but that's got a dust jacket?
You can roll a perception check and see if you can.
I will. I will shift
26.
all the books that we've got. I'm going to shift into Minesh's
You
bag.
could also roll an Arcana check to see if you could get any further information.
26.
26.
I'm looking for two. How many books do we pick up? 2. So 2 dust jackets of boring books.
You don't find any. There are no books in here. There's no Cooking for Dummies or, S.J. Mass's Guide to Fairies. There's nothing in here.
Fairy butts.
There's nothing in here like, Mr. Fairy Calendar 2017. I don't know. There's nothing in here like that. These books all have a purpose. This was an obsession. It wasn't just a collection of books that somebody read over time. This was
I was just going to put a dust jacket on them and be like, there you go. No one's going to know where they are now, so it doesn't matter.
These books were a concerted effort to understand the nature of souls, the nature of sentience, and potentially the nature of a deity that gave somebody life.
We take all the books. So
What was your Arcana check?
25.
25. With your Arcana check, you find one more book because you've started to make those cross-references. The book is called The Choir of Unmaking, a requiem for the end of all things. There is no author. It's not been scratched out. There's no pages missing. The book is simply nobody's ever claimed it. It's the most disturbing book in the collection, and it reads half like a prophecy, half like a musical score. It describes a song, one said to be older than the gods themselves, that if sung in full would unravel reality note by note. The fragmented text hints that pieces of the melody have been scattered across existence, embedded in the voices of certain souls. Scribbled notes in the margins border on obsession, charting possible locations of the notes, seeking the perfect voices, not to sing it in reverence, but to turn it into the ultimate weapon.
These are obviously the writings of a madman.
The final pages make very
Yes.
clear that the purest voices come from children.
What, like the voices of children in a haunted school?
Well, you remember from Telandris's journal that Telandris talked about a silent conductor, a choir loft, and then somebody stepping out of a ruined building, a creature of brass and flesh.
Bethilde's going to look for for either an exit that's not where we came. So like where
Yes,
do we go?
there is
after
one
here?
door immediately opposite that door. It's open. It's a simple stone archway. There's no portal.
Look through the.
You poke your head through. There's a spiraling staircase down into darkness.
I think we should. I think we can always come back to the books. I think we should carry on this way.
Well, I think we should take all the books with us that are
All the
relevant.
books. You see how many books there are in here?
All the ones of interest.
I said all
I
the
can
ones that
imagine
are
that's still a lot.
relevant.
Minesh turned to Xander and was like, how many books do you want in the bag?
There's 8 in total.
8.
8 in total, yeah.
Okay, Minesh puts the 8 books in the
8
bag.
scary books.
Yep. I'll lean down, whisper to you. Under no circumstances is Bertie meant to see these books. Keep them away from him. I
Well,
don't trust
Bertie's
him.
watched you put them in there.
I
It's
know,
not a
I
very
know.
big room.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying more like
Protect the books.
protect the books.
Yeah.
Don't take them out or anything.
Minesh nods.
Yes, if you fancy a bit of light reading, I wouldn't be reading these ones. I've got a very good book that's called The Barmaid and the Lusty Lizard.
Sunflower.
And the Barmaid and the Lusty Lizard. So if you ever need to borrow that, you're very welcome. It's a good warming story for evening
I think
reading.
Xander's more interested in knowledge than story.
You'd like
yeah.
it tuppence.
I mean, it sounds like stereotyping to me.
I would also say that I'm quite happy with Minesh having the books. It's Xander reading and learning this knowledge that concerns me.
And what do you mean by that?
Your
Well-
enthusiasm for the knowledge contained within this book.
I think Xander
Is
is
it-
just a fan of knowledge. I don't think it's anything.
That can
It's
be
important
dangerous,
to
you
know
know.
these things.
I'm-
If someone is trying to rip open a portal to some hell dimension so it bleeds out and destroys the planet, we need to know as much as possible so we can stop that.
I'm happy to agree that I will make no effort to take these books for myself or to read these books if you agree to the same. The rest of the party can. And the rest of the party...
I
How
would,
about I read them for you, Xander, and I can give you the highlights?
I would say that
The 8 books won't take up any space in the bag because each book will be light.
Xander is perhaps the most schooled of us all.
Is that a nice way of saying he reads a lot?
He's a bit of a nerd.
Oh, no, he wouldn't last a second on a pirate ship. Look at him. He's a nerd.
So I think he does have expertise in this area.
I think what
However,
Mr. Bunce is saying...
to allay your fears, if he takes one wrong move, he'll find a dagger in his throat.
All right.
Oh,
That's
I
a
was just
Beg
going to
your
say...
pardon.
I was just going to say, look, he just needs supervising when he's reading them.
Well, that too, but then if he makes a wrong move...
Look,
I-
I will supervise him.
Wait. Can I just point out here that we're turning into a very suspicious of each other kind of situation?
Exactly, we should
And quite
trust each
frankly,
other.
he's pieced it together. And as far as I'm concerned, at this minute, Mr. Bunce is right. This is dark knowledge. But also, we shouldn't just assume that Xander's going to run off and take over the world with it.
I don't assume that.
No,
I'm
but,
just trying
but
to
Xander
allay-
might have previously shown interest in extending his life, and a book that contains information on transferring his soul to other body to avoid death might be precisely the sort of thing that would excite him.
I'm not suspicious of Xander. I'm just trying to allay.
You just said you were
You
going to
guys
put a
know I'm
dagger in
here,
his
yeah?
throat.
How do you like
I'm
it?
trying
Right.
I'm
Well,
simply trying to allay Bertie's fears.
I'll allay Bertie's fears with a hatchet.
Yes.
Right, anyway. Are we going to go down this...
Precisely the sort of effect the threat
I'm
that
gonna
might
go
want
down
him
the
to think
stairs.
about how to
I'm
transfer
going to
his
follow.
soul to another
I'm going to
body.
follow Bethilde down the stairs because I don't think her
We're all
sharp
like,
teeth
no,
are defensive enough.
Which is
Tuppence
unnaturally
takes off down the
extending your life.
stairs. At which point, Alti coughs and looks at the rest of you. He's like, "You do realise that 2 of our number are already heading down the stairs. We should probably keep together."
Should we close the door behind us so like no one else wanders in?
Coming from the
Doesn't
stairs.
look like you try and move the doors, and it doesn't
We
look
need
like
an
they.
exit, so we may.
Can I
have
say
to...
the words that Xander, or can I roll to see if I remember the
Yeah,
words?
roll a nature check.
I'm pretty sure it was
I like how you don't-
Enfield
I like-
and Smelly
I
or
like, how
something
you,
like
I like
that.
how you don't ask me. You think that I'll use the force of my mind.
15.
15. You say Erythriel and Samantha, and the doors don't move.
We may need a quick exit, so it's worth keeping them open just in case.
Doesn't look like those doors have opened very frequently, if at all.
But I'm just
However,
saying that
it's worth saying that as you've been looking around the books, you do find a copy of where's my notes? You find a copy of a familiar book that Bertie has in his pouch, Phrasman Belief, Psychopomps, the Boneyard, and the Dead Roads, which explains how somebody was able to get in and out of here.
Katarra will take that book.
You take that book, shove it in your pouch. Mm-hmm.
And then Minesh will give up on the words and follow Bethilde down.
Okay.
Yeah,
If I walk up to Minesh and I ask you, like, are you trying to say Erethiel and Samariel?
Yeah, didn't work though.
Does that close the door?
As you say that, the doors start grinding closed, and then eventually you hear them just bang shut and lock, and the room is plunged into total and utter pitch darkness.
I mean, using my, apparently dangerous intelligence, surely the answer's clear. You just say
Yes,
Erethiel and Samariel.
And the doors start opening again, making a large grinding noise that echoes down the stairway.
We haven't got time for this. So, Bertie, can you do your illumination?
Yeah, so
Yes.
it lights torches. So I've got a torch. I don't know if anyone else
I've got a
does, but yeah,
torch.
so I would make
We've
sure.
still got any
I've got
left
my-
after the last battle.
We've also got our Everlights.
Yeah,
so
I've got my
probably-
cool crystal. I'm coated in cool
Okay,
red
so
light.
we're going to go down the spiral stairs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you descend the spiraling staircase into darkness, the scent of rusted metal presses at the air. After a short claustrophobic descent, the stairs open into a wide burial chamber. The stone walls are riddled with cracks and fissures, likely from the earthquake, but appear largely intact. Strangely, there are no coffins or sarcophagi present in the room, but rectangles of damaged stone in the floor suggest they were removed or destroyed. In the centre of the room, bathed in a sickly glow of dim, flickering lanterns, stands a carousel of twisted metal and flaps of what might be skin. Its horses are little more than rusted metal skeletons. The carousel creaks as it slowly turns, though no mechanism seems to drive it. The floor is littered with shattered porcelain and rusted calliope pipes, their jagged edges gleaming like broken teeth.
The carousel doing in a burial chamber.
I'm not even that sure to call this thing a carousel. It's twisted and broken.
I mean, it's absolutely disgusting, but I don't love the carousel.
Can I hold on to Bethilde so she
I'm
doesn't
going to
go
try and
anywhere?
ride the carousel.
Okay, so it's an athletics check from Bethilde. Actually, no, it's an athletics check from Xander against Bethilde's reflex DC. So it's your reflex saving throw plus 10.
16.
Natural one.
Bethilde runs straight up to the carousel
Bethilde, no!
and starts
No, but it
climbing
looks
on
like
one of the
fun.
horses. As you climb on one of the horses, start riding,
Whee!
its head turns to look at you.
Oh, hello, horsey. Are you okay there?
I'm gonna watch it die twice.
And I just rousing splasher.
You rousing splasher. Roll for initiative.
Yep.
The rousing splash.
2d4 temporary hit points.
7 temporary hit points.
Thank you. Fight
25.
it now.
What colour is the pony?
The ponies are actually just twisted bits of metal made into the skeleton of a horse.
Yes, that was a nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay, so we've got Bertie,
15.
15. Bethilde,
29.
29. Katarra.
24.
Minesh.
17.
Xander.
25.
I'm singing Pink Pony Club in my head.
And
To be
then
fair, with a little flash and everything, these could be pink.
Oh, the big booty claw.
okay, top of the round is Bethilde. The horse just turns and looks at you as it just rips free of the carousel.
Ooh, am
and
I
there are now
riding it?
5 carousel horses of twisted and broken metal charging towards the party. One of them with you on top of it.
Woohoo! Giddy up. That's not very good. There. So I'm assuming they look like the attacking people. So they look pretty
Yeah,
Rest.
you think,
Unfriendly.
you think the one that you're on is going to bite you if you're not careful. With its just metal jaws that are two bands of iron that have just been put into a position that a horse's jaw would
I'm
be.
going to kind of like... So I'm going to kick my heels in. Bearing in mind I've done an awful lot of like...
Your heels go straight through the metal cage because it's literally just a metal
But I'm
cage.
still going to kind of like hold on tight and I'm going to be like, whoa, calm down, horsey. No need to be like that. I'm going to try and intimidate it to slow down and to stop
Go for it.
running. That is a 23.
23. That would be a success, but it's immune to mental
Okay.
effects.
So he's not having any of that. That's fine. So it just carries on. So I'm like, well, fine. I'll go. Like she sort of makes an imaginary like whip motion and goes. I'm just making the sound of a whip. I'm gonna do vitality lash.
Okay, you're going to do Vitality Lash on a metal object. Okay. It's a Fortitude save, isn't it?
It is.
That's going to be a 16.
Against. Oh yeah, no, that fails. That's a fail.
It is immune to vitality damage because it's a metal horse.
Well, you know, I don't do it.
Definitely not undead. Definitely metal.
It could be
Could
in
be
there.
an undead thing. I suppose it could be an undead automaton.
Are you trying to negotiate it into being undead?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
So I'm like
Xander,
ooh.
you watch Bethilde smash it with some vitality damage, and you realise quite quickly these metal things aren't undead.
I would like to, for my first action, I'm going to try a recall knowledge or something
Yep.
with crafting to see if I can figure out what these things
Go
are
for
and
it.
how to beat them. 26.
26. These are some sort of basic type of automata. They've been given some form of movement, locomotion beyond a cog and machine. So there's magic involved, but they're just basic. They're strips of iron and steel that have been twisted together to form essentially the skeletal outline of a horse. You think they will be immune to death effects, bleed, disease, mental effects. You think they can't be paralyzed, poisoned, or rendered unconscious. You think they conduct.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So my next action will be electric arc.
Okay, so reflex save.
I'll share that information for everyone who can hear.
Mm-hmm. 11 for the first one.
Fail.
Dirty 20 for the second.
Success.
Okay.
7 points of electric damage.
Okay. So the leading two of them, one of them with Bethilde on it, just seem to scream like twisting metal. They take the damage, but you can see they're definitely vulnerable to that.
Yeah,
Was
definitely.
it electric damage? You'd say.
Yeah, electric
Yes.
damage.
Do I get it because I'm sitting on it? Does it like conduct?
No.
Okay, thank goodness.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, thanks.
Right.
I thought it'd be funny.
That's Xander's go. Katarra, it's your go.
Okay, so how far away are these?
About 10 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to use quick draw and draw one of the bottled lightnings
Mhm.
and throw it
Okay.
at one of them, preferably not the one that Bethilde's on.
Good idea.
I just add my dex to it, is that right?
Yes. So it'd be your normal attack, basically, I
Oh,
think.
okay, so that is 18.
18 hits my carousel.
Okay, remind me of the damage for bottled lightning.
2d6 lightning damage, electricity damage, plus 2 electricity splash damage.
So that is 10 points of electric damage.
And it's off guard until the start of your next turn.
So that was my first action because I used quick draw.
You managed to hit 2 of them.
Yeah. Second action, I will move 10 feet towards one of the ones I hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will... No, I haven't got my rapier out, so I can't do that.
You can quick draw your rapier. You threw one action, because it's quick draw.
Yeah.
Moved, second action, quick draw, third action.
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, do that then.
Your quick draw allows you to pull the weapon out and strike in the same action.
That's probably not going to hit because it's 18 minus 5.
Misses. Okay, that's your go. It's now Ulti's go. Ulti stands at the back, looks at these hideous automata, these twisted bits of metal, and she is going to ping off a divine lance. She is going to miss just, and then she's going to turn around and look towards. Actually, she's just going to back up slightly and raise her shield. So that's her go. It's now Minesh's go.
Minesh will follow Xander and cast Electric Arc.
First one scores a natural 20. Second one is a 28.
Okay, so none of them are... The 20 is critical.
Yep.
The other one isn't, so I'll take
Okay, half damage.
It's 9, so 4. And then I'm going to send moles in.
Okay. Molly's like... You think he'll have a hard time digging? He'll just have to scamper across the floor because it's stone.
I'm happy for him to
Yep.
just hit.
Okay.
18?
It hits.
Okay.
Are you striking the one that Bethilde's on?
Sure.
Okay, you're cutting its legs out.
That is 14 damage.
14 points of damage. Ouch. It's still alive, or still whole, but is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Okay,
Yep.
cool. It's now Tuppence's go. Tuppence is going to run up to the nearest one and double slice it. So first off, he hits with his shield, which is going to be a dirty 20, which hits, and then he goes with the hatchet, which is going to be even higher, 28. So Tuppence is going to use both of that. Actually, no, it's not, because it's double slice. You don't add the multiple attack penalty. He slams the shield in and then brings the hatchet around and cleaves into it. He crits with the second hit, so he's going to do, with the shield, 6 points of bludgeoning, and then with the crit, he's going to do 18 points of bludgeoning. He annihilates one of these in one hit. He's like, oh yeah, I feel badass. Right. And that's my turn. It's now the horses go. They charge forward. The one is going to bite Bethilde as you're on its back. So that is going to be a 14, misses. Tries again. 13, misses.
Woohoo.
Tries again, sucks. But it's stopped. It is trying to get you off its back.
Nice try, horsey. I have to get up earlier in the morning to get me.
One of them charges past the mole and straight towards Minesh because you electrocuted them. That's going to be 17.
Miss.
And secondly, he tries again. 18.
Miss.
Okay. Third one goes towards Katarra. Cocked. 11. 16 misses. One runs towards Bertie. That's going to be 16. And then a natural 1. So they all miss.
Yeah.
And they're completely incompetent as automatons go. And that is Bertie's turn.
Well, I'm going to housing splash and guidance
Okay.
Thank you.
3 temporary hit points.
Awesome. Bethilde, it's your go again. You're on the back of this metal horse that's trying to bite you and get you
How
off
many
it.
actions is an attack?
1.
1.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to sink your teeth into this?
Like, you try and bite me? Well, I'll let me have a go. And I'm going
Go
to try
for
and
it.
chomp it on.
Nay to that.
it is
Yeah.
made of metal.
I'm going to bite it in the back of the neck.
Okay.
One thing that can never be said of
That's a
Lucy is that
nat
she
one.
min-maxes.
Miss. You headbutt the thing.
I tell you what, my aim's definitely not good, so I'm going to try and bite it again.
Okay.
It was much better.
This is a
That
plus.
is 24.
Yeah. -5 for the multiple attack, so 19 still hits.
Okay. Ow.
Yep.
That is a 2 points
2
of
points.
biting damage.
Okay.
But also, because it's brawling, it needs to do a fortitude save. I think it's a fortitude save.
Bertie, I don't think
Fortitude
it's me I
save.
have to worry about.
Or is this the critical?
Or it's slowed.
Oh, is this the
Yes,
critical
it is concerning.
specialization?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not. You're not on a crit. It's not a crit. So
Oh, is
you
it not?
don't-
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
and you don't
sorry.
have access to those just
Oh,
yet.
I wasn't sure. I just read the thing. It's new. I'm trying to
It's,
get
it's
you
new. It's exciting. No, you
Okay.
haven't. It wasn't a critical hit.
But I
so
still
no.
have another action, don't I?
Yes, you do.
So it's just standing still now, isn't it?
Yes, it's trying to bite you.
I'm going to Beauregard. Try and distract these fellows and help out, and that'll be helpful. Just like float about or something.
So Beauregard sort of starts.
So he can
Motoring through the
fly
middle.
today. So I'm going to get him to fly around in front of
Okay.
them as like a distraction. So he's trying to distract the.
All
Like
right.
flying around the horse is trying to
So
distract.
he starts
them.
flying around this slightly unsubstantial form now, and just sort of floating around, and there's just snapping
sort of like
at him.
coughing on them and stuff.
Yeah,
But-
he shrinks down a little bit, so he's more like an annoying insect he's trying to get. Yep.
and
Xander,
then
it's your go.
Does that, if it's a distraction, does that mean that people get a benefit? It's like
Might
I'm trying
do.
to aid. I'm trying to aid,
Was it-
basically.
okay, trying to aid. So that will be a occult check because he's your familiar. So who are you trying to aid?
Whoever the next attack
So
is.
Xander is next.
Yeah. So.
So
Xander,
roll your occult check.
Electric
25.
arc, please.
Go for it.
25.
So first one's going to be 15. Second one's going to be dirty 20.
The second one succeeds. The first one fails.
Mhm.
They take. One takes 9 points of damage. The other will take 4.
The first one explodes into
Sweet.
shrapnel. The second one is it's this first time it's taking damage. You're probably better saving your aid for somebody who's a melee attack. So we'll roll that over to whoever to Katarra.
Yeah. To
who will be the
whoever
first,
whoever's
yeah.
actually like attacking him. Is useful.
Final action,
Final action. How far away are they now?
about 10 feet. It's not a very big room.
Okay.
It's about 30 by 60, so it's longer than it is wide.
Yeah. Okay.
And the carousel's in the
Shield.
middle.
Shield. I'll
Shield.
cast shield.
All right, Katarra, it's your go.
Is there any way I can get into a off-guard position with...
You could circle around one and stand opposite Tuppence.
Yeah,
He's in the
I'll-
middle of them all.
Yeah, I'll do that. That is 13 plus 10, which is 23.
Hits,
That's only 2 points of damage.
plus your sneak attack.
3 points of sneak attack. 5 in total.
Mm-hmm. And were you hitting one that's been damaged already? The one
yeah.
with Bethilde on, or one?
One that's been damaged.
Okay.
And if there's one that's been damaged.
All right. So you cause some damage to that one.
Yeah.
Final action.
Yeah, I'll do a second attack.
Okay.
That is... No, that's only a 15. But it is off guard. Whether that
Well, you had guidance that you didn't use on your first attack.
No, I did use the guidance on my first
Oh, did you?
attack.
Did you use the aid?
No, because I didn't know what
All
I was
right. Well,
adding.
that makes it 16, which means it hits.
Okay, cool. Oh, that's only 2 points of damage.
Okay. And your sneak attack.
Yeah. And another 2 points of sneak attack.
Okay. You do that damage, and then Ulti kind of tuts behind you. Really? Call that damage? It's more scratching. I suppose it's more
That's
than.
my dice trays in the wrong place.
I suppose. I
Put it
suppose.
there.
I suppose it's more than
I was
Xander did
told to
last
put it
time.
there.
I'm doing all right this time.
I mean, Xander spent the whole fight last time lying on the floor.
I don't think this is the time to have a conversation.
Ulti fires off a Divine Lance without looking and actually hits one of them. And in fact, she hits the one that Bethilde's on, and it explodes. Bethilde, you need to make a reflex save to see if you can see if you can land on your feet.
It's very unlikely. Reflex. That's 10.
10. You actually manage to land, stumble, fall to one knee, but you're not on the floor.
Ugh.
It's not graceful, but you didn't fall over.
Yeah.
That's
Xander momentarily saw my pants.
Oh
these
no!
great big brains bloomers.
Quickly earlier.
And this has reminded me.
Yeah, a flashback.
It's like a
Ulti's
Vietnam
then gonna
flashback. Like.
Ulti's then going to raise her shield again as Xander's face creases in a nightmare. Minesh, it's your go. There are 2 left.
Okay, electric arc, please.
Natural 1. And 16.
Okay, so they both fail. That is 7. There's no fail criteria. So
It's a basic save, yeah?
yeah.
So you double it on the fail, on the critical fail.
Awesome.
14 points on the critical fail, which detonates the horse.
Yeah.
And then the other one takes 7 points of damage. So there's one left. You've got one action. Do you send the mole in?
Yes, I do.
Send the mole.
24.
Hits.
Okay, that is 12 damage.
12 damage. All right, tears a chunk out the horse. Still standing. And it is Tuppence's go. Tuppence trots over to this horse, stands there with the mole, hits double slice. First one's going to be a 30. Second one's going to be not quite as good, 21. He's going to hit with both. Let's do the crit of the shield. 18 points of damage, and the other one, 7 points of damage. The horse is toast.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, double slice, baby. Smash it with the shield, finish it with the hatchet.
Stop horsing around. Let's go and see what's happening with this carousel.
Stop wandering off. Why
You're
did
the
you
one
want?
who was horsing around?
Why did you want to
I'm
get on the
sorry, I wanted to
carousel?
ride the nice car. Well, it's fun. Have you never ridden a carousel?
Not in a burial chamber, no.
Not one that looks like that.
Well,
I mean,
she is all about
this
new
morning I remember us
experiences.
having a conversation about new experiences, and I feel like this is.
Have you seen her? No, she's not.
I mean,
I'm gonna go inspect the centre of the carousel.
You inspect the center of the carousel. There is no mechanism in it. It just seems to be...
Spooky.
There's nothing that's rotating it itself. It just seems to be creaking and moving as if possessed of a life
An
of its own.
occultism check to see if
Yeah,
I can work
sure.
out what's going on with that.
Can I try Arcana to figure something
Yes.
out as well?
It would be an 18.
18.
That's a-
You definitely think... You would definitely pin this on there's a magical effect here, but you're not entirely sure what it is. It doesn't fit with
Magic
something
rather
that...
than spooky.
Yeah, it's not haunted or possessed or anything. You get the feeling that it's definitely magic rather than spooky.
24.
24. Do you ping detect magic?
I will definitely ping to detect magic.
The sense that you get from the metal, and there are bits of skin that seem to be holding it together as well, used in place of rope. Possibly, you think, from the pile of corpses that was kept in Gale's laboratory, or
The girls like made this.
yeah, you think that this is made because the reason you suspect that Gale made it is because the magical essence that you detect here is identical to what was in the alley when the brewer went mad, and identical to what was in the house where you found the echotometer.
Laura speaking. So can we theorize then that he started experimenting with horses before he moved on to people?
No, these were metal. He basically
Alright.
he probably brought down and reconstructed one of the carousels and then just used it as some kind of experiment or some kind of failed effort to do something. Maybe even an effort to test the boundaries of what he could bring to life.
but these are quite basic compared to some of the stuff we've seen.
Yeah, it's basically a wire frame
This
for a
is like
horse.
probably one of his early experiments.
Mm.
Well, we've got some later experiments.
You think now it serves as a pretty useful trap against unprepared individuals. For you, not really that much, but anybody else who wandered down here managed to get through the sealed door, they might not stand a chance.
Are there any bodies or anything around of past victims? No, just on its own.
What is there any other doors out the room?
There is a stone arch on the
Oh, and have a look at that. So, what
Eastern
wonders are
end
in
of the
here?
Can I try to grab it?
roll athletics against her reflex DC, which is 16.
16.
You grab hold
Yes!
of Bethilde's hair because she's not
Ooh.
got a collar. She's wearing a summer dress.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit chilly down here, by the way.
Oh, I'm a bit
Is it-
nippy.
yeah, just gonna hold you back. Bethilde, stay with the group.
I mean, yes, I assumed we were going this way. Did you want to go on the carousel? I mean, the horses have gone now. It's not as fun. I mean, you can walk around in a circle, but it doesn't have the same effect.
But rushing off by yourself is
I wasn't
never a
rushing
good
up. I was
idea.
going
You
in
were
this
definitely-
direction.
you
I
were
assumed you were
definitely-
going to follow me.
You were definitely rushing off.
Never
Okay, I will
assume
walk. So she starts to
anything.
walk incredibly slowly in the intentionally slowed down towards the arch.
If I keep holding her
I
hair,
am going this way.
She
we are
she has
going
plaits,
through.
so it goes quite a way in front of you.
Yeah. If she's doing that, we're all going to start probably walking towards the stone
Yeah.
arches.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk at my normal pace, so it's either she speeds up or she gets dragged along.
You watch Xander walk past you, still holding onto your plaits.
I'm gonna try and jump on his back like a little backpack.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check.
That was a 3.
Bree, you jump up in the air, try to grab hold of Xander, miss, falls flat on your face, and then realise that if you don't get up or yell for him to let go, he's about to drag you by your hair across the stone floor.
Xander, I'm not quite sure this is how to treat friends.
Please, either put me down or pick me up.
Problems, however.
If you're going to carry me, just carry me. Don't drag me.
You can always sit on moles.
Okay,
I'll just-
moles. I mean, no, Beauregard doesn't let me riding anybody else.
Fair enough.
Okay, then. Come on,
Wow.
Beauregard.
It's not what we discovered about your mattress when we were talking to Barnaby. You said it was a fun time in there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're being dragged at this point.
I'm going to try and ride Beauregard out.
Okay,
Then.
you pull yourself back onto Beauregard, and he follows along and controls your pace slightly. As this, you hear in your head, you do realise that some of these people are more likely to take fire if you let them go first, and we'll be safe. You know what I mean?
I know Beauregard, but it's not quite. It's not quite the same thing. You've got to sort of like grab these. Yeah, you can see
You
me.
can hear
so
Bethilde
you can hear
having
me
a
say it.
conversation.
You've got to sort of like. You've got to inject some adventure into these guys. They just want to read books and
Beauregard
do
is-
sailing and things. So they, you need to have a bit of fun.
Beauregard is infinitely creepier now we can hear his inner monologue.
Well, the character.
I agree with you. It's more fun to be at the front. But I keep having to take vacations and come back in the morning. I'd kind of like to see the end of an adventure for a change.
I know, but you said to me that you got bored of being just hanging around the pub all the time and it not as fun, and that's why I thought maybe we'd go on some more adventures and look at these lovely friends we've made.
They are lovely. I did enjoy shaking the one made of wood's hand.
Whilst you're on Beauregard, I haven't let go of your hair, so like, I'm kind of walking you.
Beauregard's now ahead of you. He's faster than you.
Yeah.
And you would hang back at the...
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
dragging you
definitely.
along.
Yeah. How
You're
the
just, like,
tables have
skiing.
turned.
You're just holding on one plait in each hand and you're just like skiing.
Whilst you're having this conversation, it's just me in the back going, Bethilde, slow down.
Katarra would have taken the lead.
Okay, you and Tuppence are at the front.
I'll let go of the hair, by the way.
Can Minesh roll in nature on Beauregard because she's interested in the kind of creature now that he has some consciousness and he can actually talk and think.
Well,
for
you
himself.
can't
No, you
hear
can't
it.
hear it.
She's entirely in her
No,
head.
but as in like
She's carrying on a conversation with him, so
okay,
you
so
assume that there's
there's
some
no
kind of...
cue to make us think that it's
Beauregard has
actually
one eye
Beauregard.
turned around and he's looking at Bethilde as she's talking, and one eye forward.
So she's either gone more insane, or
Okay.
Which is a very
She is.
real possibility.
or there is a chance she's having some sort of conversation with him.
Or just a breakdown.
You can roll a nature check to see if you can work out whether this would be a conversation or whether it is one-sided.
Nat 20.
You think it's entirely possible that Beauregard is likely a familiar, which means that it's entirely possible for people to gift them familiar certain abilities, which could include the power of speech or telepathy or something that allows them to communicate with them. But for a spellcaster, a familiar is something intensely personal, so that relationship would be there, even if there's no power of speech on Beauregard's behalf. The connection is so fundamental that talking to them may not really be outside of the ordinary. It would be like talking to your mole. Or mush.
Question is would you touch Beauregard?
Still exists.
Work out what the
Yeah, mush is sat under her backpack.
last session.
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably still kind of a bit further behind you. So no, probably not.
Okay. So, beyond the stone arch at the eastern end of this room, the passage stretches away into darkness. Alcoves in the walls are lined with warped, painted figures, possibly made of wood, although you'd need to get closer to determine that. Twisted depictions of laughing gestures, masked dancers, and contorted animals whose eyes seem to follow you everywhere line either side of the hallway. Their colours have faded, but the expressions remain unnervingly lifelike, frozen in grotesque mockery of joy. As you step inside, the air grows thick and claustrophobic, laced with the scent of old grease paint, mouldy wood, and something faintly metallic. The floor creaks beneath your weight, and every footstep echoes too long, as if something else is walking just out of sight. The floor in here is strangely wooden. It's it's been paved with wood.
That was going to be my
Is
first
it,
question.
is it a sprung floor, like sprung ballroom floor?
No, it just seems to have been paved with wood. They would pave streets with wood in the Victorian era to dampen noise. Of course, they were very inefficient because they wore very quickly, so they had to be replaced constantly.
I will roll a perception check in case I can see anything in the shadows.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
I'm doing perception.
Perception.
That is a 22.
Natural 1.
14.
Natural 1. Xander, you think these are purely mannequins and toys. You think that they've been arranged here to scare people and nothing more. Bethilde, you think they're twitching.
Oh, no.
Like a hand, a finger, just small little movements.
Like an odd blink.
I'll put that. I don't think these are statues.
We know about look out, and they're just mannequins. I see as a scare.
No, look,
Come on.
look harder.
Stop being so scared. You're just wasting everyone's time. We need to go. Come on.
Okay.
Perhaps if we just
I
move quickly.
well, when you say that, I'm going to Beauregard's going to go like full speed.
As you start doing that,
Why do you do this?
the figures, these wooden figures, reach out and attack you all. First off, it's going to be Bethilde because you've just moved. 21 to hit,
It's
and it's going to be 7 points of slashing damage. Xander, that's a natural 2 for a grand total of 13.
Doesn't it?
Misses. Okay, Minesh, that's going to be 22.
Hits.
11 points of slashing damage. Bertie, 26. 8 points of slashing damage. Katarra, it's going to be dirty 20.
Hits.
13 points of slashing damage. Tuppence is going to miss. Oti is going to miss. So, I need you all to roll for initiative.
Boy.
Nat 20!
woo. That means between us we've had nat 20 in both combats for initiative.
Rolled a 3 for 10.
Okay, Xander, so you have 10. Katarra,
28.
28 for Katarra. Oti goes there. Bethilde,
15.
15. Minesh,
17.
17. Bertie, 24. Okay. And then they roll. All right. So, top of the round, Katarra, what are you going to do?
So, quick question: is there just 7 of them?
You can't see the end of this hall, and they're in pairs they're in parallel rows of alcoves.
Right. Okay. So the one that's attacking me, I'm going to try to do intimidating glare on it.
Okay.
That is only a 14.
You think it's immune to mental effects?
Okay. So second action, try to attack it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 26.
Hits.
And 2 points of regular damage.
Doesn't seem to affect it.
And 4 points of sneak attack damage.
No effect.
Right, okay.
You think these are pretty solid things?
Yeah, so final action, quick draw, and I'll hurl a lesser fire thing at it.
Okay.
Be a dirty 20.
Hits.
And it's a d6 for it, yeah?
For Alchemist Fire,
A lesser, yeah.
it is Lesser Alchemist Fire 1d8. Plus 1 persistent damage and 1 fire splash damage.
So that's 6 points of fire damage.
Doesn't affect it.
This is how I felt the other week.
Laura is cross.
Laura, it's gross.
Well, it's just a waste then, if nothing
Yep.
affects it.
But now we know.
It's now it's Tuppence's go. Tuppence is
every day
going
at
to
school
double
there.
slice the one next to
Nothing
him.
works, Tuppence.
Well, that's a 17, which misses, and then he does what's the second one? 23, which hits. He hits it with 8 points of damage and does no damage, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to raise my shield," and then that brings us to Oti's turn. Oti is going to back up out of the room into the other room and raise a shield at the doorway, and
What
then
other room? Back the way we came.
back the way you came. She's near the rear of the group. She's just going to step out of the way of this. And then it brings us to Bertie.
Well, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
Back up to Alti. Hey, old buddy, old pal.
Bertie, I'm glad to see that some of us have self-preservation attitudes. That's Bertie's go. It's now their go. So everybody except Bertie and Alti is still in the room. So they attack Minesh to start with. That's 16. It misses.
Yeah.
14 against Xander. 23 against Katarra. Going to be 11 points of slashing damage. That's going to be a 15 against Bethilde.
No.
Natural 1 against Beauregard. And a 19
Definitely
against Tuppence, which is going to miss with his raised shield. That's their go. Minesh, it's yours.
Okay, can I try and roll for a nature to kind of get an insight onto a possible weakness of the material? You said they were all made of wood, right?
They seem to be.
They don't burn.
They don't burn. Can I roll?
Seems to be burning on the outside, but it's like trying to burn wet wood. It's just
So
smouldering.
it could be more of a magical effect then.
Could be. Yeah, you can do nature or crafting.
I'll go crafting. I rolled a 2. So that would be a 10.
10. You're not sure what these things are. You don't know whether
Okay.
they're some kind of animated creature, whether they're a trap, whether they're some form of haunting. You have no idea.
Okay, I use my last 2 actions to take out my shield
Okay.
and raise it.
You take out your shield and raise it. Okay. And then it brings us to Bethilde.
What types of damage have we had? Have we seen?
They seem to slash you with their claws, with their hands.
No.
No, well, they've been
we
hit.
have done.
Fire and my rapier does slashing damage.
They look like wood. Am I right? So there's like 2 rows, and we're walking down the middle of them.
Yep.
Does it look like there's anything at the end of the hall, like at the end of the room?
You think about another 60 feet ahead of you, there's a doorway that leads out of the hall. But you've got to get through them is the problem.
I am gonna do a occultism check to try and see if I can get a sense if that pings anything for why they're doing what they're doing.
Go for it.
15.
15. You think this is some form of trap. That your presence in the hallway activates it. But you have no idea how to stop it.
Everyone, back up! Get back in the room! And I am going to just try a different type of damage. I'm going to try Vitality Lash on the nearest one.
Okay. You try Vitality Lash on the nearest one, and it doesn't affect it.
Okay. So, yeah, that doesn't work. I think we should all get back. And I sort of turn, because I can't do anything, turn as if I'm going in that direction.
Okay. And Xander.
I will recall knowledge with. I'll do it for crafting, so I feel like if these are more built. These feel like they're more built. Is 21.
21. You think this hallway of horrors is it's essentially a magical trap. You think that there are some kind of runes on the threshold that you didn't see that triggered the animation of these things. You also think that you could backflip your way through and avoid damage. You think you could disable the devices as you move forward. Or you think a Dispel Magic would wipe this out.
Dispel Magic would be a really, really, really good spell.
So you think you could use Acrobatics, Thievery, or a Dispel Magic?
Okay. Share the information with the group. I will... If I run at them and kind of like try to... when they go for like a grab, try to slide under... Would that count as acrobatics?
Yes.
Sweet, I'm going to try that.
Go for it.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You slide underneath, and as they swipe at you, you skid past Bethilde and into the next room.
Yeah!
All right, that brings us back to top of the round for Katarra.
So I'm going to follow Xander's example because I've got a 25 foot of movement. So
you're going to do an acrobatics check.
Yes.
Go for it.
That is a 19.
19. You jump, leap, flip, and come out the other end of the room, and you're like, huh, that was easy.
And a high five, Xander.
That brings us to Tuppence's
Yeah,
go.
go on, I'll give you a high five.
Tuppence is like, oh, well, it's a good job I'm acrobatic as well. He runs up the wall and uses his tail to grab hold of one of the statues, these wooden figures, and throw himself forward and lands next to Katarra. He's like, yeah.
A high five, Tuppence.
Tuppence high fives you. And that brings us to Ulti's go. Ulti's going to attempt the same thing. She skids along the floor and makes it just. She slides underneath them, following Xander's example, and she gets up at the far end. She's like, sharp thinking. I appreciated that. That brings us to Bertie's
I've got
go.
a sharp thinking.
I watched Ulti leave me and slide.
She did look over her shoulder at you and be like, Bertie, I think he's onto something.
I give a big sigh and I try to copy her exactly.
Go for it.
25.
25. You skid through, no problem whatsoever, and you're through the other end. That brings us to, there go, Minesh, you're still there, and Bethilde is still in the room. Minesh, 26.
Yes, but not a crit.
That's going to be 8 points of damage. And Bethilde, 27 to hit.
Sorry, what did you... Cause my shield's up. So what was it
It's
again?
a +2 to AC.
Plus 2 to AC.
So 23.
So it would have been 26, so it still
Okay,
hits.
yeah.
27, so 9
yeah,
points
yeah.
of damage.
Okay.
And then it attacks Beauregard. Ooh, 30.
Just a minute. Let me do my 9 points first, so I don't forget. It's got to be a crit.
Yes.
So I am going to do my
Phase familiar.
phase familiar.
All right.
So he sort of like turns all see-through, and that means that
Your familiar gains resistance 5 to all damage.
resistance 7.
Resistance 7.
Says-
Yeah, go.
To
Okay.
all damages and immune to
Nice.
precision damage.
So it would be 14 points of damage. It's going to be 7.
Okay, 7 damage. Also, because that was a hex, it means one creature within 15 feet with less. There's anything less than half its hit points.
No, nothing within your range, no. Which brings us to Minesh's go. So you can use thievery or acrobatics or a dispel magic to get out of here.
Okay. I don't have acrobatics, but Moles does. So I'm going to stone my shield,
Okay.
get onto Moles, and ask him to jump over.
All right. So one action to stow the shield, one action to climb onto him, and then you're going to ask the mole to do the acrobatics
And
check.
then he can have 2 actions to run.
Yes. So he uses 2 actions to do the acrobatics check.
I'm a moly.
Yeah, that was good.
No. Okay, so that was 26.
26. Mole goes scampering forward, skids under the first one, then starts running up the wall, taking a hint off of Tuppence, grabs one of them, launches itself onto the ceiling, and there's Minesh hanging from this mole as it drops down the other end and trots just kind of nonchalantly out of the hallway into the adjacent room.
Gosh, where do you find these things?
Well, if you remember, Barnaby gave it to her because it was eating his
yeah.
vegetable
Yeah.
patch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but like, it's a level of like sentience for a mole I didn't realise he had.
Bethilde, it is your turn.
So, what do I need to get out of it? Was it
Acrobatics or thievery
Or dispel magic.
or dispel magic.
So all of the things I don't have.
I'm
I'm
on
gonna.
Beauregard. Doesn't Beauregard have acrobatics?
Yeah.
Can I? Does that work?
Yeah, that
was- yeah,
Beauregard
okay.
doesn't
It's
have
got-
any skills. Beauregard uses
I don't know. No, he has
oh,
skills on my
acrobatics. No,
thing.
he's got a +8.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're on top of
So
Beauregard. So
I'm
yes,
gonna-
That's
Beauregard
why I
can
had to
make.
use
I'm gonna
Moles.
try that.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, see through Beauregard. Let's do it. Oh, that was good. That is 27.
27.
Yes.
Beauregard just slimes up the wall and on top of the ceiling, and all these things are just swiping at him as he just slimes along the ceiling, down onto the door frame and into the adjacent room. You have successfully navigated the hallway of horrors.
I wouldn't really call it success.
I mean, we're alive. I was quite happy with my little idea of just running at them.
And the passage opens into a vast hollow chamber, its vaulted ceiling lost in shadow. Crumbling sarcophagi and half-sunken sepulchres jut from the uneven stone floor, forming a burial ground entombed beneath the quarter's ruins. A cold bluish phosphorescence seeps from the cracks in the wall, casting shifting spectral light across the graves. Roots hang down from above, curling around tombstones as if stretching down towards the dead. Some graves are open, their occupants long vanished or recently disturbed.
Investigate some of the... what did you say they were called again?
Sepulchres and the tombs.
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
In some wounds.
Yeah, sure.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Tuppence fails his first tree wound.
Every time.
Ulti, however, comes over to you and successfully treats your wounds, so you can get 2d8 hit points back.
Does anyone else need wounds?
It depends how much I get from the 2D.
Yeah, I'm going to try and treat my own wounds as well.
I mean, I could do a 9 points
In fact,
of
ulti
healing
crit, so
if
it's 48.
you've got it.
All right.
20. 12 and 8, 20. Perception check.
It was a natural 20.
Are you pinging detect magic at the same time?
Of course.
So you... So what I'll do then is I'll assume you're pinging detect magic.
Yeah. Just
Yep.
constantly pinging it.
So you notice that most of the broken open tombs, the bodies have either been emptied or they've been discarded. Sometimes they've been left behind. They're missing bones or missing parts of them, but some of them are missing entirely. However, you quickly notice that none of the personal possessions have been taken, and most of them have no value. They're trinkets that people kind of coveted because they had sentimental value rather than anything particularly financially worthwhile, which suggests they weren't tomb robbers, whoever moved these bodies. But you do find 2 tombs where the bodies are gone, but there are magic items in them. One of them is a sword. The other one is a staff. The tombs that you find them in, the sword is found in a tomb that seems to be dedicated to someone named R.L. Stevenson, and the other one, the staff, is found in a tomb with the name M.R. Lynn.
Merlin. I got it. I saw what you were doing there.
See, that sharpness of Xander's not transferring over.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
doesn't.
Of Kyle.
Some of us have got book smarts and some of us have got life smarts.
Yep,
I've got neither.
the staff seems to be something hewn from driftwood,
Okay.
but it's definitely a magical staff.
I will... Can I check with Arcana to see
Yeah, roll Arcana.
what they are?
Having been attacked by 2 traps, I'm going to have a look around and see if there's anything dodgy.
Roll a perception check.
32.
32. You think the staff is a staff of water, which grants you the ability to cast Spout, Create Water, Hydraulic Push. So those are the 3 spells in that staff. The sword is a +1 striking cutlass. But more than that, you recognize it from some of your reading. It is a blade known as Tide Song. It's a +1 striking cutlass that appears rusted, as if left to corrode in salt water for decades. But in spite of the corrosion, it remains deadly sharp. The hilt is wrapped in old dark blue leather, and the salt-encrusted guard is shaped like the curling tail of a sea serpent. The sword seems to emit a soft, haunting whisper as you cut and thrust it through the air, reminiscent of a siren song carried from far across the ocean waves. You know a bit about the history of this weapon. Forged by a seafaring elven smith known as Thasarel the Ocean Whisperer, Tide Song channels the beauty and danger of the open ocean. Thasarel crafted it for her lover, the sea witch Aelith, to defend her underwater sanctuary from marauding Algolthu and desperate pirates. The weapon's power was said to be tied to the sea's emotional spectrum, serene and enchanting one moment, furious and destructive the next. Legends claimed the blade is haunted by the echo of Aelith's final lament when she was betrayed to her death by someone she had once called a friend. Some legends even claim Tidesong carries a piece of her soul, longing to be reunited with her lost love. Tidesong was supposedly lost centuries ago when a rogue wave swallowed Thasarel's ship, the Moonshade. But sailors whisper, and they whisper a lot, that the cutlass lay in the hands of a ghostly captain, a mermaid, a siren, a sea hag, or perhaps even a buxom pirate. But whatever the truth, someone obviously found it.
Xander is very excited to find these magic items and that, knowing so much of the history about the Tide Song and stuff. And he's kind of lore dumping, I guess, to everyone, like what they are and how cool they are and everything. He's looking at the kind of intricately crafted handle, like Even with the rust, it still looks like a really cool sword and everything. Minesh, can you put this in the bag and save it for later, please?
I've also been thinking it'd be quite useful if I started, learning.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it
can
could
imagine.
really
improve
improve the helpfulness of me in
I mean,
combat.
I
Yeah.
would be very good with it.
That is true. That is true.
I think it'd be worth being used rather than just stored in a bag.
I don't know. It's a very beautiful piece.
It is very beautiful. I think I don't want to damage it.
If you want me to
I mean, it
hold
looks
this thing,
rusty.
I'm quite happy to do so.
That's what I mean. It's quite rusted, and if it gets used too much, it might
Oh,
get
look,
damaged.
it's still sharp though.
Yeah, I know. It's still sharp as a
Still
blade. That's
Tetanus
part
from
of
that.
Yeah.
Is it more useful to sell?
If you give it to me, I promise.
You
to
think that
practice
it would
every
probably be
day.
very valuable, but you reckon it's got some power to it that
I
that
like
hasn't
it.
been quite learned yet.
Okay.
To learn how to fight, Bertie, you can have my rapier and I can teach you using the cutlass.
I mean, you've already got your lovely rapier. I mean, look at this rusty blade.
I mean,
it
also,
seems
like,
a
if
good
you're
practice
considered
one.
you're a pirate, you've been on the sea and everything like that, and this is like a sword clearly associated with the ocean. You don't want to go too much into that theme, so I think that you want to do something else.
You might get
I've been on
accused
that.
of being a pirate. It's
I've
true.
been in that theme for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
A blade isn't going to make any difference.
Maybe it's time for a style change.
I mean, I feel like it's absolutely clear who this should go to, and it's really obvious, and you should just give it to her.
It's
Ulti.
true.
I thought Beauregard was a guy.
But I thought we were all about new experiences, and surely going for the obvious choice isn't much of a new experience.
Does this sword have to be kind of sat with for 10 minutes? Or
No, as soon as you sheathe it at your belt, it would be tuned to you,
Oh,
being
okay.
invested. Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. We're only pulling your leg. Have fun.
and Katarra the sword.
No, I start doing flourishy.
You start doing flourishes, and as you do, you
Cape go. Whoosh.
No, my
Ulti
cape
crying
really
in
does
the
that.
corner.
If I take
Ulti looks at Katarra's rapier. He's like, "Can I borrow that?"
rapier.
Yes.
Unless Bertie wants to learn.
Well,
how
let's
to
Bertie.
fight.
Of
I
course.
really have no intention.
Are you sure? Bertie? Would you like a
Ulti,
rapier?
It would be a pleasure for me to let you have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll give Ulti the +1 rapier. I'll have this cool cutlass.
Fabulous. I now actually have a slightly better chance of hitting things.
Does she get it taken away for calling it cool cutlass? I feel like.
No.
It's the Tide song. Show some respect.
Right. You learn quite quickly. I've just added it to your character sheet that you can use one action to feint, then strike. Yeah, you can use one action to fish, but you
Swish,
can
I said swish.
swish. Oh, swish.
One's a swish and one's a flick.
One's a swish, one's a flick. No, you can use one action to perform a flourish where you feint, then strike, so you can only use it once a turn. And if you successfully feint, you can choose, instead of the reflex save penalty that you impose, to make it frightened instead. And the other thing you can do is once a day, you can choose to channel Aelith's Wrath and turn all of the damage done by the weapon into cold damage for a minute. And it also deals 1d6 additional cold damage to off-guard targets.
Where's all that detail?
In the weapon.
It's written on the side.
You feel it as you touch the blade. You hold it, and it speaks to you. I am tied, so
It's like my main gear. So.
Can you
It's
reunite
in your
me with my
weapons.
lost love, please?
please reunite me with Azrael.
I'm going to have a bit of a look around and see if I can see a way out.
Yep. What was your perception?
So keen to leave
Oh,
this
it was 22.
22. You don't think there's any traps in here. It looks like this place likely was plundered by somebody with a passion for necromancy. No, you think probably people carted off the bodies and used them to raise a small army of undead that probably didn't end well. But the Gale would tend to use living creatures rather than dead, so he would be less interested in the bones. But it seems like the valuables, at least for these two, but they all seem to be of high-ranking families that would have been in the Precipice Quarter. Think there's no traps. There's nothing strikes you as any strange. If you were setting this place up, getting 2 successive traps to kill people would likely mean this room feels a bit redundant. There's a passage at the eastern end of this room. That's right. The eastern end of this room, which you can see 20 feet down, splits north and south.
I think it's this way.
Wait for everyone.
I am waiting. That's why I'm just letting you know that I think it's this way and we should probably go because there's probably creepy things down here that might try and get us.
We'll try and get you because you're on your own over there. I go over it and look at the two ways we can go.
Mhm.
Is there is there any route which is more disturbed than the other and shows that people have walked down it?
Roll a perception check.
Can I roll a perception check to listen?
Yep.
That is a 14.
14. Neither really strike you as being excessively walked. It looks like something disturbed the dirt here recently, like the dust on the floor. But neither... There's not enough disturbance for it to be heavily trafficked. It's almost like one thing came through here a while ago, and then the dust has settled again. They went north.
I rolled a 23, but I was listening.
Listening. You hear a faint breeze coming from the south, and from the north you hear...
I'll tell everyone that. Does it sound like the insects we...
Hundreds of them.
Yeah, so I'll say that to the north is some insects that sound like what we've previously encountered. But there is a breeze to the south.
What does the route look like? Is it mostly dark?
Yeah, both ways are fairly dark. But with the light of your Everstones, the Everstones reach out like 20 feet, bright light, 20 feet dim light, so you can see fairly well down the hallways. They eventually open up into one of them opens up into a room. You can see that. The other one seems to end in rubble.
Okay.
So going north, there seems to be rubble, but you can hear noise. Whether there's another way out that's fissures in the wall or something, you can't see from this point. But certainly the passageway to the south appears unimpeded.
Okay, should we head that way? Yeah.
I'm sure Bethilde's already gone.
I'll go wherever you guys think we should go. Let's go south if you say south.
Okay, so you head south. The narrow passage opens into a low, claustrophobic chamber, its walls carved with countless stone faces. But strangely, their features are worn and eroded, as if exposed to the elements. Several dozen feet below ground. Some appear twisted in agony, others frozen in silent screams. Their hollow eyes staring blindly into the dark. A thick layer of dust coats the floor, disturbed only by scattered fragments of broken masks, their once painted visages cracked and lifeless. The air is heavy with the lingering scent of something sour, like bad breath. As you step forward, the silence shifts, a whisper just on the edge of hearing. Threads through the air, rising and falling in half-formed words. But the voices do not come from beyond the crypt. They come from the walls themselves. Roll for initiative.
Oh, I was going to be like, perception check. But no. I mean, it's kind of...
13.
It's a 2.
Oh, no.
Okay.
23 for Bertie, 13 for Xander. Katarra.
25.
25. Bethilde.
11.
11. Minesh.
29.
29. Ooh. Top of the round, Minesh. You see all these stone faces, their mouths drop open, and they start to emit a little bit of what looks like gas.
Okay, so are these still inside the wall?
In fact, actually, I should have you all, before that, roll a fortitude save. They're all carved into the walls.
Okay, and are the walls, as we walk in, are we in a corridor or a room?
You're in a room that's 15 feet wide and about 30 feet long.
Okay, and are they kind of in front of us or down the side of us?
They're to either side of you. So they're on the east and west walls as you're looking at it.
And how wide did you say the room was?
15 feet.
Okay.
22 on my fortitude save.
22 is a success.
18.
18 is a failure.
20.
It's a success.
Got it 11 for Beauregard.
Fail.
And I got a dirty 20.
Okay, that's a success. So those of you who failed are going to take...
What was 21, sorry?
21 is a success. 25 points of poison damage. 12 to those who succeeded. And those of you who failed, a sickened 1.
25 points of poison damage.
Yep.
I get the feeling the GM's trying to kill you.
He's doing a good job.
Tuppence is...
And how much did we get for the...
25 if you failed.
and then...
Or 12.
If you succeeded.
Tuppence goes... as he just fails. And
It happens. No.
oh, I was only one away. And ulti fails as well, so she takes 25 points damage.
Okay.
That happened as you rolled initiative. So
that's
you're now
fine.
in this gas-filled chamber. Breathing this is a bad idea,
Okay, I'm
but
gonna.
it's actually making it very difficult to get forward. It's making you very lightheaded, very foggy, and it's making those of you who fail feel sick.
Okay, and how many feet did you say this room was?
About 30 feet. But
Okay.
right now, it could be 120 because it just feels like it's going to be that much harder to move through this gas.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind.
Cast Gust of Wind and immediately move the gas. That is one success towards creating a way through. You think you could just jog through now.
Okay, I'm still on moles, so I'm gonna command moles to move through and
All right.
do 2 actions to get through.
Mole successfully gets you out the other side and is like, what did Mole roll, by the way? Same.
Only 12
Okay.
points of damage.
All right.
That's fine. So that Gust of Wind stays there
Mm-hmm.
until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Katarra.
So Katarra would think that this is some form of trap again.
Yes.
So can she do like a thievery check to see what
Indeed you can.
trigger is or something?
Mm-hmm.
That is only a 15.
You have no idea what the trigger would be. You think you could try to you could try to wedge the mouth shut. That would probably be your best chance. You do reckon you could disable it, but you need to have a closer look.
Well,
I
then-
mean, if you stride, now is the time you can just get through while it's clear. We've just got like basically
Well,
one turn to get through without damage. Is that right? 'Cause it's been cleared.
Minesh's Gust of Wind allows you to run through. The problem would be if you had to turn around and come back.
All right.
Just
Well,
gust of wind on the way back.
yeah.
As long as she's got it twice.
Okay, let's not do
Um,
that then.
Well, can I try and do another thievery check, or was it? Because it
You
was
can do
saying
another
I
thievery
can't?
check if you want to. You're still trying to sort of think about ways through this.
A way of disarming the
Okay.
poison to shut it off. So that was better. That was a 27.
27. You think that these are likely some form of enchantment gone wrong, and if you closed up the mouths, jammed the mouths shut, or tried to cover or disrupt the runes that are you likely engraved somewhere on these masks, you reckon that if you disabled enough of them, you could shut down the whole trap.
Okay, so I'll shout that out to everyone.
You also think, with that roll, that you could try to breathe, with a nature or survival roll, try to breathe pockets of air trapped in bags or clothing. You could stick your head in the spacious pouch.
I can't because Minesh is in the other room.
Whoops.
Yeah, so okay, so the one that's closest to me, I'll try to like jam.
Yep, go for it.
something in it. What do I roll?
Thievery.
Oh right, okay. 28.
28. You managed to find the runes that are carved along the side, and actually looking at them, they're a rune for what would be like a magical speaking, like repeating something, like a recording, and you just scratch your dagger straight down them. The runes flick out, and 2 of the faces just seal shut. You think if you... Well, there's enough to cover the room on 2 notes. You reckon if you hit several of them, though, you hit 2 or 3 times.
How many do we think several is?
You think 2 or 3 times
Okay.
would disable a lot of them. There's a network. The runes are likely networked. So that as you moved down the room, they would speak the message or speak the words that they had recorded. That's Katarra's go. Bertie, it's your go. You run straight after Minesh, all the way through the room, skid out the other side.
Is that all my actions?
Yeah, well, it would be 2 actions to get through, and then you've got a 3rd action.
Can I try casting Illuminate on the gas
Mm-hmm.
and see if it like burns up?
You try casting Illuminate on the gas. You try it, but there's nothing that will burn. It needs
Okay.
something like a candle or a lamp, something with the fuel source. This doesn't seem to be a flammable gas so much as some form of poison. That is your go. That brings us to the traps. I need everybody who's still in the room to roll another fortitude save.
But
Last time.
it's really not looking good.
Okay. No, Beauregard's down. Okay. Didn't realise.
Wait,
I thought he had
Beauregard's
one.
down.
Yeah, Beauregard. Gone.
Beauregard
Last
goes.
No.
The
Again.
end of an adventure.
21 for Katarra.
21 is a success.
Thank goodness.
What was it again?
Fortitude. So 21 is a success. What did you get, Bethilde?
27.
27 is a success. And then you're going to take 17 points of poison damage. That's the half. Tuppence and Ulti take 34 and go down.
Oh no!
Tuppence just hits the floor. He's like, this is too hard.
So does everyone who succeeds still take 17 points of damage?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm down.
Oh my
Xander just
god!
coughs up a bit of blood and falls to the floor.
Well, Xander, you move in the initiative order. Bethilde, are you still up?
Yeah.
Right, it's your go.
So she sees Katarra doing the scratchy thing and is like, okay, I need someone to do that. And the person who seems like the best at smashing things and stuff is Tuppence.
Mhm.
So is Tuppence within 30 feet of me?
Yes, Tuppence is within 30 feet of you.
So she sort of like reaches her hand out and stabilizes Tuppence.
Okay, so you stabilize Tuppence. He's no longer dying. He is now wounded and unconscious.
And who else is up?
Katarra
Minesh has
is
just
there.
run through.
Minesh is gone.
Katarra, I am going to shout to Katarra, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I think you're on to something. And
Yes, but I only have 4 hit points.
I'll give you guidance.
Okay, you guide her.
That's it.
All right,
what I'm
Minesh,
doing.
it's your go. Would you like to contribute in any way?
I will try, but the wind has stopped.
Oh, the wind stops.
I don't really want to use any heal spells yet because
Can you not just go and smash one of these things?
yeah.
Because you're pretty smashy.
So I presume there'll be ones near the
Smashing.
threshold where they've run into. So.
Well, you've seen what Katarra's done. You could try a thievery check to scratch down it if you're trained in thievery. No. You could. Well, you're not in the room, so putting kind of having air in the clothing and trying to breathe it is not going to help you. You're also a leshy, so you're wearing armor, but you're not wearing any like trousers or anything.
I don't
You
have any
got
cloth.
bags.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really help though to run back into the room.
I can cast Stabilize on Xander.
Okay, you cast stabilize on Xander. Yep.
And then
Yes, heal on Xander if you really wanted to.
I don't
It's
want to
just one
use
too.
it yet. We've barely begun this dungeon.
You do have an alicorn hair if you'd like to cast it on 2 people at once.
It's more than 3 people down.
Ulti.
Tuppence is now stabilized. Ulti is also down.
Okay, I'll use the Alicorn hair.
Okay, your alicorn hair burns up as you grab it off your belt and cast
Yeah.
stabilize.
Okay.
And they're both stable. That's Minesh's go.
I've got one more action.
Oh, you've got one more action.
No, I'll grab it from my belt.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
That's right. Katarra, it's your go.
Okay, so first action, she's going to pull her bandana down and cover her nose and mouth.
Okay.
As a way of trying to negate this.
Roll survival.
Oh, why?
Are you trained in
Don't forget
survival?
your guidance.
Yeah, no.
Are you trained in survival?
I don't know. I'm checking. Yes.
No, tell us. Are you trained
Right,
in survival?
yes.
Are you trained? Are you trained?
Yes,
Are
I'm
you
trained.
You trained though. You trained though.
Right, you
Trained.
can roll survival with a +1.
That's not going to be very good. It's only a 12.
12. No, that didn't really help.
No, it's because everyone was shouting at me.
I mean, that's not going to change the dice
Yeah,
roll.
I had no impact on the dice whatsoever.
Would you like to do a thievery check to try and disable some more?
Yes,
Go
I
for it.
would. That is blub 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 blub. 16
16 is not enough.
balls. Do another one.
Yep.
No, you're aiming too low. Don't scratch the balls. Scratch the masks.
That is 19 plus 9, which is 28.
28 is a success. You disable another of these and the gas starts to thin. You reckon one more and you've got it.
Yeah, well, I don't have one more action because I pulled my bandana down.
It's now Bertie's
That's
go.
selfish.
Bertie, save these fools. You could reach in the door. You could walk in the doorway and do a thievery check with your
Only good at
thievery.
thievery.
You're definitely trained in thievery.
He is trained in thievery. I'm looking at it.
Look at his little face.
Why would you have a cleric that's trained in thievery?
Me? I'm so sweet and innocent.
Just pretend it's a window
Yeah, the only thing
pane.
he wants to steal is our hearts.
Okay, I'll go in with my dagger and thievery check, I guess. Oh, 15.
No, that's not enough. You could try again.
Try again, okay. 24.
24 is a success, and the gas stops.
Yay!
Yay!
Somebody help me, please.
Yeah,
Dude,
When you stabilised,
Yeah.
Still down.
Well, no, I'll grab hold of like Tuppence and Xander.
Put them together. I've got ward medic, so I'll do them both.
One of them, Xander scrapes over a loose rock and cuts his head and is now dying one.
No, I'm being very careful.
Yeah,
As she drags me across
And
the
she
dirt.
slams your head into the
So no,
floor.
you think that's what happened, but actually, like Bethilde just like kicked him in the face as he went past.
It's like Bertie's
Like a
there.
little
Don't be
cheeky
so
kick in
mean
the
to me.
face.
Bertie's there with his little healer's
Oh,
pack
no.
going, I could leave him to die and that knowledge would never get out.
Little healers pack. I don't like the condescending. But none of them are getting in there.
He's looking at it going,
This is a
I
man-sized healer's back.
could stop that knowledge going
I'll also
anywhere
carry
right
Ulti
now.
To the,
You know, it would be really
Threshold.
cool to have like something on the back of the mole which acts like a surgeon's bed on wheels, so you can transport.
stretcher.
Yeah.
A stretcher on the back of the mole.
we could just
Okay.
attach the stretcher.
It would be the size of a dinner tray because the mole's not huge.
It would need to be collapsible.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe wait till the mole gets huge because it gets huge. It gets bigger, doesn't it?
Sorry.
No, I don't think it's as big as
Oh.
it gets.
18 healing for those two.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God.
Ulti needs healing. I could use some healing.
I will.
I thought you can't
treat
heal
wounds.
Ulti.
Oh, I can give someone 4d8.
probably do Ulti first because she's in a worse
Okay.
condition.
Doesn't help Ulti.
I was going to say, I
Oh,
thought
right,
that didn't really
okay,
help
well.
Ulti. I
I
thought
can
she's
do
like a
Xander.
healer and she's going to be like, ugh.
Oh, I thought Xander got 18 though.
I got 18. I
yes,
could
you
do.
did.
I could do with a lot more.
We're happy
Okay.
spending some time, so I can do it again.
Yeah.
15.
15. Thank you very much. Still not full, but
Yeah,
it's better
I
than
also-
what I was dealing with.
Yeah, you didn't quite realise, but Bethilde's also looking a bit like, bleh.
I've done you in the last hour.
Okay. And like,
I can't do
Um,
that.
I just have a
I
look at
can.
Minesh and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't feel so. Have you got any good plans?
I can do you in.
Well, Ulti can't be done because of reasons.
19, Bethilde.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did
Tuppence.
Tuppence. No, I did Tuppence.
Bethilde, 19 healing. With
So-
mud.
I can do you and Minesh.
Yes, please.
We
Xander
all
remembers.
heal.
Xander remembers that he once gave an oil of unlife to
Mhm.
Ulti, and he's going to pull out the second one
Yep.
Rub it on
and
her.
pull that down her throat. So
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
I thought you were supposed to rub the
1d8
oil on them.
healing.
No, just any thingy. Could also use a little bit more healing if anyone can assist.
Tuppence wanders over to help.
Do a medicine check.
Tuppence is going to succeed. You're going to get 9 points of healing. What did Ulti get from the oil of unlife?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was rolling.
Yep, it's your potion.
I go over to Katarra when she says I could do with a bit more healing, and I give you like a shot of fire whiskey. But all that happens is you just like feel a bit of a burn in your throat, and that's it. It doesn't really help.
Could you heal me possibly?
Yes, I'll have a go.
You got 1 point of healing.
1 point of healing. She wakes up and is like, ah!
This healing arc is really easy, actually.
I don't need it that bad.
Yes, you're pretty good at it,
hold
actually.
on.
The first thing she's
No,
going
I'm one
to
off.
do is
Sorry.
stand up and hit herself with a spell.
Healing,
Yeah, I
Tara.
still need
Okay.
some healing.
Yep, I can. I've got you.
It's going to be 22 points of healing.
That is 15 points, Katarra.
Back to full now. Thank you.
Sorry, Bertie.
Tuppence
I'll,
can do medicine check.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll,
Yeah,
uh,
Tuppence can.
Tuppence, give me a quick.
I can give you a cornucopia.
Tuppence rolls a natural 1. So actually does some damage to you. Does 2 points of damage. He's like, oh, my hand slipped. Sorry.
You eat a berry and it gives you 6 points.
Cool. Thank you.
Xander will keep talking to Ulti. He'll make sure that she knows that that's his last oil of unlife, so don't go down.
Probably should stay away from poison traps. But thank you. I
You get
appreciate
another
the help.
10.
The room we're in now, what do we see anything?
Yes, I'll give you the description of the room. So, as Ulti binds her wounds and seems to be stitching closed some of them,
I would also let Ulti know I don't have anything for her.
it's fine. I come stacked to deal with this, whatever it is. Okay, so you find yourself in a spacious chamber where the walls are lined with stone sarcophagi, their lids inscribed with deeply worn glyphs and symbols, each one representing a scion lord that has passed from memory. At the centre of the room lies an altar, its surface darkened by time and streaked with old stains. The passage leading west from this room is blocked by rubble. The ceiling collapsed, probably during the earthquake, and you have no way of knowing whether the passage beyond is accessible.
Is there a passage that goes east or
East was the way you would go back.
no? But
You
is there-
came in south, didn't you? So you would go north. It's the only exit. It's back the way you came.
So it means we have to go the other way, basically. Yeah. This
Right,
is like
so
a dead
back-
end.
This is a dead end. Yeah.
end.
However, there's this
okay.
altar in the middle of the floor.
I'm going to go poke the altar.
There's an altar in the middle of the room,
I'm gonna
and
go look at
stone
the altar.
sarcophagi all the way around the edge.
I'll do a religion check.
Okay, so you're
Do an
looking at the altar.
occultism check? Is that my
Yeah,
version?
occultism check. Bertie,
I'll help Katarra with her religion, I guess.
roll a religion check. Then you need 15 or above to give her a +1.
23.
23, so +1 to your roll.
19.
19. Okay. Minesh, you doing anything, Xander?
Crafting.
It's a finely crafted piece of stonework.
Nice.
You can roll a crafting check, yeah. See what it tells you about this place.
Pink detect magic.
Pink detect magic. Something in the altar is magical.
I got
Can I investigate the altar as well then to
Yep.
see if I find
Perception
anything?
check.
I got a 24 on my occultism for that.
You think
That
the
old altar.
The altar looks a bit creepy, but when you get closer to it, you think that actually, and Katarra, you have the same conclusion. The stains on the altar are likely to be ceremonial oils rather than blood, probably frankincense or myrrh, which were commonly used in
Have a bit of a
rituals
look round for gold.
You don't see any gold.
I rolled a 24 on
24.
my...
There is a loose stone in the altar's base, and you kind of slide your fingers in where the mortar's fallen away and just wiggle it out. And inside is what looks like a small brazier with three chains that come to a little clip that would hook on somebody's belt. And the brazier is decorated with what look like different psychopomps, judging by the artwork that you've already seen in this place.
And this is the magical
It
source.
appears to be, yes.
Can I investigate it further to see if I can...
Yeah, roll an arcana check.
Minesh rolled 24 on crafting.
24. You kind of notice the glyphs. It's all very well made. It was probably a very important house at one point that was buried here, some very significant people. Everything is finely made. You read the names. They mean nothing to you because you know nothing about high society here, but it seems to be a House Imhotep. Whoever
House
that is.
Imhotep.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell the group. House Imhotep.
Cool. Bless you. What's that?
Does it? I've got halfling law. Does it ring anything?
Oh, yeah?
With
It's not a
Oh.
halfling house, that's for sure.
Cool.
I'll tell you what. Boneyard law.
Or a
Roll a
society
Boneyard
check.
Society check, yeah.
Got a 26 my arcana, by the way.
26 in your arcana. It's a brazier of harmony. It allows you to gain a +1 on diplomacy checks because it smells so sweet. And you can shake it once a day and cast the calm spell.
Okay.
I got a
Keeping that.
whole 15 on my Boneyard law.
Religion of the dream people that love those sorts of stuff. They might buy it off you.
Or you could just give it to your girlfriend.
You can't cast calm.
Yeah, only
Don't have a
Bertie can.
girlfriend. Don't remind me.
Yes, that's true. Why don't you give it to Bertie and then give it to that nice lady, the nice butterfly lady, and then maybe she'll go on a date with him?
Help a guy out.
I don't think bribing my way into a date.
No,
is
it's a
quite
gift. It's not bribe. I mean, this is maybe why you're not going on dates if you think that it's a bribe when it's a gift. You're supposed to turn up and some people bring flowers, and this is even more thoughtful.
When you came down into this crypt area, did you think you were going to be called a virgin by Bethilde?
Listen, I always suspected she was going to call me one at some stage.
That's not what I said.
Aren't people of the clergy in love with their gods? Therefore, they
But they're
shouldn't
not
be in
all
love.
celibate.
No, they're not, I know. Besmara does not encourage celibacy.
Say it's are sailors celibate?
I
No.
like
Of
that.
course
I
not.
want to know the story of how he knows.
Oh, because I've read the books about Besmara, because quite frankly, it helps to know who you need to pay not to get sunk by a kraken.
Seems fair, yes.
Who do you bribe? The god of sea monsters.
24 in society.
It was a reasonably major house in Absalom until 4698, when apparently the earthquake caused the mansion that the current generation of the family reside in to fall into a sinkhole, which ended their line rather prematurely. Lots of families were ended when the earthquake struck.
So yeah, we'll take the brazier, and if Bertie doesn't want to pop it on his belt, we'll put it in
I've
his
still got it. I mean, I
He's
haven't
still
given it to him
got
yet.
We all know Xander's not giving it to me.
He's like wearing it like a little crown.
Xander's put it on his head.
It would really
Oh, very nice.
It would be a vibe to have that with haunting him.
Yes.
Can
You
run
make
around,
a strong.
swinging a brazier,
Oh, yeah.
singing hymns of Pharasma.
Bertie,
And
my
then
boy, you make
when I
a
need to
strong
calm-
argument. I'll chuck you there.
Yes. What's it called?
A Brazier of Harmony. It's
That's-
it's a calm spell at 3rd rank as well, so it's more
Ooh.
powerful than the average spell. Because normally calm is a
I've got-
2nd level spell. However, the route forward is blocked, so you'd have to turn around and go back the other way, past the now deactivated trap, and back to the hallway where it went north and south, and you went south. You now head north, and as
Towards
you
the
head along
insects.
towards where you could hear the insects coming from, and where you could see rubble, but as you get close to it, this downward sloping passage ends in the rubble, but a fissure in the stonework opens into a cave on the left-hand side. The air here is cold and damp against your skin and scales, and as you glance through, you feel the air vibrating with a constant unnerving chittering. Thousands of gossamer threads stretch between a craggy floor and an arched ceiling, the desiccated husks of hundreds of insects, and more than a few humanoids, dangling like withered fruits from a vine. In one corner of a chamber lies a corpse of a large, mutilated spider, a longsword embedded in one of its glossy black eyes, and the severed stump of its segmented tail slumped across its back. As you peer in through the door and start to figure out what you're going to do about all of these threads, because you have to wonder, was that what caused them? Is it dead? And is there anything else in there?
Babies.
Because you can hear hundreds of these things. That is where we shall end this episode.
You can find us on your favourite social media platforms. You'll find links in the description below.
Thanks as always to Syrinscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at syrinscape.com. You've just got to be using them at your gaming table because epic tales need epic music.
Thanks for listening. We've been Epic Tales and Critical Fails.